It's Johnny, CNN. Who cares if this man is white? Obviously, he's not white, but what does his. What was the white guy that killed the insurance CEO? Remember, insurance companies don't pay 30% of the time. Now, you got laws, you got to have it. There's laws that force you to buy it. But insurance companies only don't pay out 30%, and the 70% they do pay out is negotiated. And they're having record profits. This man was going into a Blackrock who controls the world. And he is armed. And he killed people, and then he committed suicide. He went into Blackrock and got an executive that feeds off the sheep. You know, they call your children kids. That's baby goats. Well, it's baby. Yeah, it's still sheep. These people, this man. I mean, I wish he was white. Why are we not getting more? This is my problem as we talk about Cincinnati. Well, when you're in jail, why is it that all the victims have to be nobodies? They have to be just random, innocent people struggling in the world that's not built for them. Why is everybody's victims like you and me? Why are they not the CEOs of insurance companies or Blackrock executives, DAs that don't need truth? They just need enough to convict you. Do you know the DAs train the police officers not to use words like marijuana because you're not an expert? They use green leafy substance, bloodshot. They tell them keywords. Officers of the court, that's what they're called. I understand that in order for them to receive that badge, they got to swear an oath to uphold your constitutional rights, but they never do that. They are employees employed by cities or corporations of profit. And within minutes after they pull you over, you'll know how much you owe the people that hired them. Yeah, that's not a conflict of interest by no means. And then your judges or administrators, they're employees appointed. They get promoted. Judges, they're not judges, they're administrators. Judges are elected officials that your community votes in. But no, not Nice. I mean, I'm not going to say what he did was right. I'm not going to say what he did was wrong. I just have my opinions and my opinions alone. CNN's pushing a narrative because they want the conflict. That's all CNN's good for, is conflict propaganda. Let me back up. CNN may be the worst. ABC's the worst. ESPN's the worst. They want the racism narrative. They want Snow White's got to be black. They want all the controversy. They want the conflict. They don't want stories of princesses that were actually black, like the Moors princesses. The Moors that were in North America. Well, we don't teach that history, Johnny. What histories do we teach? And how come? I just don't understand why it's got to be detrimental to us. I don't know this man's name. I don't know anything about him or what he's done. I just seen on Fox, which Fox is probably 10% American, 90% against America. They have their own agenda. So don't think, well, you watch Fox. If you watch The View, that's straight sheep feed. Nothing they tell you is going to be truth. It's going to be their versions of truth. But this black man went into Blackrock and he shot a bunch of people and he got one of the executives. And as bad as that is and as horrible as that is, the people just, Cincinnati, they're just at a jazz music festival. White couples are getting jumped. But, hey, man, that happens everywhere. We can just take the color scheme. But if you turn that color around, a group of white people jumping on. Well, it changes the dynamic a lot. I I don't know what as Americans we can do to fix this, but some of these people are fighting back. So, what's the definition of compounding interest, and who does that favor? What group of people came up with it? Who financed every aspect of slavery, and who's in control of you today? It's the same people. And we lost all of our rights during the Civil War because we filed bankruptcy and we let the people in that are doing this to us. There's no hate speech, there's no authenticity, integrity violations. They're going to show videos of all these people getting jumped, but they won't show videos. I'm on my 14th account because I talk about these things. I'm like, hey man, this man didn't just shoot anybody. He was going after somebody. Who was he going after? He was in the Blackrock executive, good or bad or indifferent. I just never understand how people can just kill victims that have nothing to do. They're struggling themselves. Why not go after people that control you? People that influence. Bill Gates sells fake vegetables. He sprays it. All they want is depopulation. Let's just put it that way. Bill Gates wants depopulation. George Soros wants depopulation. He wants chaos. He creates enemies like this. So I could kind of understand, hey, this random psychopath killed somebody that was influencing his life in a bad way. You probably go, oh, that makes sense. This man kills a stranger at a grocery store that just lost his job and his wife left him, and this man killed him. Man, that's got to suck. I got a different point of view. I'm Johnny. Much love, America. Stay safe.